they don't make movies like this anymore. It's a shame. Hello fellow followers and welcome to FanZcene, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications, possibly give this video a like, a comment, and a share if you are so inclined. I would appreciate it. If not, it's cool by me. Today I have for you my review of the movie VFW starring Stephen Lang, Martin Kove, William Sadler, and Fred Williams, directed by Joe Vegas. This movie here, I absolutely freaking loved this movie. This movie is an 80s throwback John Carpenter-esque action thriller sort of horror movie, a toxic masculinity, balls to the wall action, practical effects. It's violent, it's bloody, it's great, and if you're into these type of things, I think you would enjoy it too. This movie is I love this movie. I love this movie.
Us still here.
Still here. You know where you are, kid? In the VFW post.
How about we close the bar down early tonight?
What do you got going on?
The best birthday that Freddie ever got.
Lizard! Hey, this is the girl!
The premise of this movie is fairly simple. Stephen Lang, William Sadler, Fred Williamson, Martin Kove, and even like George Wendt and a couple others are just, you know, these old retired soldiers. Stephen Lang runs the local VFW in the city, which is, I would guess this movie sort of like in a sort of a little further in the future, because like there's this new drug that has swept over, like where meth is left off. This new drug has came in called hype, and there's this guy like a punk grungy type dude. He's like, I guess, big time drug distributor of the drug hype. You know, he's got all these like hypers. They're called, the people who are addicted to him, surrounding him, fighting for this drug. And he ends up basically sort of killing this girl's sister, and this girl played by Sarah McCormick, I believe her name is. You know, she steals his product because he basically kills her sister, and she takes off with it. And so like the villain of the movie, the guy, he calls all the hypers, which are basically like zombies in this movie, like sort of like rage zombies, drug zombies, I guess, actually. He calls them all to go after her and said, you know, because he needs to get the product back because he has to make a deadline or something. And so he sends them out, the hypers after her to get it back for him, and promised them he'd give them some. And she ends up running right into the VFW with the product, and they follow him, and Stephen Lang and his crew, you know, they basically have to protect this girl, and it's just like it's a major action, you know. Yeah, these guys are older dudes, but that doesn't bother me. A lot of times it doesn't bother me. Like with Rambo, and even with Harrison Ford at times, their age really doesn't bother me. If they can get it done and it can do it convincingly, it works, and they do it convincingly in this movie. And you know, they don't really sugarcoat it. Yes, these guys are older and they're fighting these younger people. You know, they get hurt, they get injured, but they're soldiers. They kick ass, and this movie was really, really good.
Kid.
See, the problem is that me and my old friends are probably going to die tonight unless you help us out to understand what's happening here. You steal this?
Foz killed my sister, all right? This, though, it's all he's got his whole life.
VFW. What is that?
Veterans of foreign wars.
Good. Soldiers are good at dying.
They do a lot of character building in the beginning of this movie that really sets this movie's tone. You know, it's only like a 93-minute long movie, and it doesn't really slow down, but there are moments of breaks, you know, that that you think and digest what you just seen and everything. But like I said, with the character building, they do so good job in that. So when we actually lose characters, we actually feel something for them. And also, there's like, you know, there's a younger soldier that comes into the movie as well too, in the beginning. So he can, you know, he helps out a little more with the older fellas, because, you know, he's a newer soldier. And so, you know, they have the young and the old, and like this mix of just like how it all worked together.
We get our product back, and each of you die.
You were a soldier. So we all. Let's act like it. We set a perimeter. We make our stand.
You'll all die very, very slowly. You last.
But whatever you gonna do, do it. Because you make a mistake, I'm gonna cut your heart out.
I like the fact that they're you know, these grizzled soldiers, and they're men, and you know, they talk about things that men talk about, and they don't sugarcoat it, and it's not a joke. It's taken seriously in an over top way, and I just really liked it. And you know, at the end of the day, they save the girl, they kill the bad guys, they lose a lot of them, but it is a really good movie. And if you like these old like 80s type movies like this, like Assault on Precinct 13, like John Carpenter, and like sort of zombies and just like practical effects and blood, and just really cool, awesome dudes being men. You know, men allowed to be men, and kicking ass and saving the day.
Wanna come in my bar?
But if you're really into this, I would highly suggest you see this movie. Do it. Just do it. Let me know what you guys thought about this review. Do you want to see VFW? Trust me, it would be worth it if you do want to see it. Leave me a comment down below. Please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Give this video a like or a dislike if you didn't like it. Share the video, and wherever you are, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and night. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you, and Godspeed.